Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay Emo, and this is my Canucks take. All in one take. It is Sunday night, October the 22nd. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. It started off with that impromptu stream on Friday night. Loopy Clay came out, voice activated light came out. We had a lot of fun. Actually, you guys are very generous when it came to donations and membership gifts. So thank you. And it actually kicked me off to a great weekend. Yesterday, what the heck did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I was out during the day, and then of course it was time for the big. Yeah, Gail and I ran errands, drove Kayla out to Surrey for a meeting, and then we came back, watched the big 5-3 victory, Vancouver over Florida, did game over with Kaya and Sam, and then took it easy for the rest of the night. We were babysitting actually. Then today, spent the day in Maple Ridge, visiting a goddaughter, came back, studied for a bit, and then Gail and I ended up running some errands, studied for a bit more, and then boom, here with you tonight. Looking forward to, I don't know, I think I've already asked you, and maybe I'll just ask you very quickly in the poll. Yeah, I'm going to ask a very quick poll to start us off, and then we'll get going with the chat. My question to you is Sunday the start of the week for you, or start or end of the week? So that's what I'm going to ask really quick. I'm just really curious to see how I know it's the end of the weekend, but do you consider it the start of the week for you, or do you consider it the end of the week? Just do a quick vote. I'm just curious to see what you say in the poll. So for today, actually, let me do my usual intro. Welcome everyone. Glad you're here. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a healthy and safe and positive space. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thanks for your support as always. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three, but the fact that you are here, I always appreciate you, and I never take you for granted. And boom, there are 60 of you. Usually when I get to this spot of the live stream, there's only 30 people in here. You guys must be really, really happy because there's double. There's 60 of you in here, but there's only 14 likes. So let's get that up to about 30 likes. You guys know I love my patented 50% rule. So let's get those likes up for sure. But I'm so glad that you're here. You guys can get involved by subscribing, so get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos every day. Like this video, like I just mentioned. You can also leave a donation, which I'll get to in a second. Thank you, Lucas. You can gift memberships, which I'll get to in a second. Thank you, Carol. You can become your own member. You can upgrade your own membership. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. So today, I'm going to quickly recap last night's 5-3 victory over Florida. Talk about the fact that the Canucks are second in the Pacific Division. And then I'll turn it over to you, get some of your responses, your feedback. And then it's Sunday night, so you guys know that it's indeed games night, which I'm always excited about. But before we get going, let's recognize some generosity from the crew already. The legendary Lucas Gates starts us off with a $2 donation. Sunday Fun Day. CCC hype, like, sub, become a member, and more. Love it. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Thank you, Lucas, for that donation. Getting the donation train out of the station. Then we had legendary Carol Bovenlander. She gets 5 memberships, so generous as always. And these ones go to Nux Fan, Zhao, Marty, Ernest, and Riley. Happy to have all you guys as part of the CCC crew. And let's give Carol some much deserved love. And then back to the other legend, legendary Lucas Gates. And let's recognize that one too. And legendary Lucas Gates says, my week actually starts on Tuesday. Monday is part of the weekend. Yes, for those of you that don't work on Fridays or Mondays must be nice. And yeah, I totally see why you would consider that that's still part of your weekend, and much deserved for those of you that can get it. That is awesome. More importantly, thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Carol, for your early donations, getting the train out of the station for sure. Anula says, I hate Mondays. Ricky says, greetings, Clay and Canucks fans everywhere. I'm out in Langley at a best friend's birthday, but wanted to be here to see all the positivity with the Canucks doing well. It does feel nice in the fact that you are taking a couple of seconds out of your friend's birthday. Hopefully he doesn't mind. I really appreciate you, Ricky, and I appreciate everyone that is in here right now. Starting us off almost at 80 people and already on a Sunday night, which is awesome. Okay, let's talk about this Vancouver Canucks team. Last night, 5-3 over the Florida Panthers, and so many positives from the game. Quinn Hughes had yet another strong game. I know there's been a lot of talk recently about where he stacks up compared to the other young, excellent defensemen in the league, the Cale Makars, Miro Heiskanens, Rasmus Dahlins, Adam Foxes of the world. But for now, let's bask in our own guy, Quinn Hughes. So he was a positive last night. Pettersson was a positive last night, as he always is. He's had 10 points in 5 games. He's near the top of the league in scoring. So he had a goal and assist. JT Miller had 2 assists. And then Kuzmenko had 2 assists. And Kuzmenko's game was certainly bolstered by the return of Ilya Mikheyev. And I can't understate, I can't overstate. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, it's very important that Ilya Mikheyev is back, because what he does is he makes our lineup so much stronger. Now you can put Mikheyev on the top line with Pettersson and with Kuzmenko. Then that kind of puts everyone in the proper space. You keep the second line of Miller, Besser, and Phil DiGiuseppe. Now your third line, at least last night, was Suter, Beauvillier, and Garland. And your fourth line, you had some combination of Lafferty, Studnicka, and Joshua, which feels like a fourth line. The third line feels like a third line, even though they got split up today. I'll talk about that in a second. And then, of course, now you have a true bona fide top 6, because I think Ilya Mikheyev is a better player than Connor Garland or Anthony Beauvillier. Garland has been up there for the first 4 games of the season. And you can see Kuzmenko had his best game of the season, so it shouldn't be a surprise that it corresponded with Mikheyev's first game back. As well, you had Casey DeSmith playing awesome in net. He was great. He was good. He made 34 saves on 36 shots, and he was outstanding. And I know we joked around on Game Over Vancouver yesterday. Why did the Canucks seem to play better in front of DeSmith instead of Demko? And I just think naturally, if you have your backup, if you have someone who in theory isn't as good, you likely play harder than you would not as hard. You want to help him out as much as you can. You want the team to do as well as it can. So overall, really good night. Susie had a nice goal. Remember, he can score. And overall, I thought the Canucks played really well. You had Garland with only 12 minutes. You had Studnicka was the low man with only 8 minutes. And Tyler Myers was the low man of the 6 defensemen. Only had 13 minutes. And a couple people mentioned actually on Game Over that he may have been benched for the third period. He had a better outing last night than he did on Thursday night against Tampa. But, that first goal that they Thomas Drance Asterisk talked about the first Panthers goal, and he didn't blame Myers because you might remember Myers was on one board, Cole was on the other board, and then therefore they kind of left the middle wide open, and that's why Barkov was able to walk down Main Street with and a forward didn't get in his way. So some thoughts from last night, but overall, I thought the Canucks played a pretty good game. They bent, but they didn't break. And this game, for the first time, it wasn't the second period. So the Canucks obviously had a really good first period in their 8-1 victory. Then for games 2, 3, and 4, they had bad second periods. And then last night, the worst period was their third period by far. Florida scores the first 2, but then Vancouver scores the late 2. So overall, like I said, a bend but don't break mentality. You're not gonna dominate for a full 60 minutes. Just that the Canucks seem to get dominated for 20 minutes at a time. And last night it happened to be the third period. Want to recognize a couple more, some more generosity here. We start off with Zach. Zach using his membership message. Zach is a member for 2 months. Says, "Hey Clay, I'm going to the game on Friday. Will you be going? And are you doing a meetup at the game? And what's your score prediction for Tuesday?" All right. Well, my score prediction is always 4-2 Canucks until they actually win 4-2. So 4-2 Canucks. Yes, I am going to the game on Friday. I don't like to. So yes, I'm going to the game on Friday. Zach, I would love to meet you or say hi to you. What I don't do is I don't do formal meetups because I think that's a little bit short. Like who am I to call a meetup? But I know that I'm going to be sitting in 311 for one more game. I'm sitting not in my regular seats, but in the wheelchair accessible section. By the way, I got my wheelchair parking pass. It only took 10 weeks, but I got it. It's been awesome. I've used it all weekend, just driving to random places just so I can park as close as I can to the door. It has been great. But yes, I will happily say hi to you, Zach. I think maybe the safest is to say second intermission. And truly, I'm not going to do a formal meetup. Like I'm not going to announce it, but I guess by saying it here in front of 100 of you, I'm sort of announcing it. Second intermission, I will go outside of section 311, which is where I'll be sitting. And then yeah, anyone who wants to come and chat, let's chat. Second intermission on Friday at the game. Thank you, Zach, for your generosity. Thank you for using your monthly membership message. And then we have Terry. Terry comes in with a big donation. I don't know how that sounded on your end. It sounded very choppy on my end for the first time. But Terry, thank you for the $10 donation. No comment required, just a simple donation. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you. So let's give Terry some love in the chat for sure. Let's get back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, the Canucks. Their lines today. So despite the win yesterday, they changed things up just a little bit. And then for today's lines, they actually switched around some guys in the bottom 6. So you still had your top line of Pettersson between Mikheyev and Kuzmenko, as they should. But then the second line that they had, whoops, sorry guys, I'm just looking for Thomas Strance's tweet because he's one of the only guys going with the team right now. So the second line that they had was Miller, Besser, Field Giuseppe, so no change there. And then the bottom 2 lines was interesting. You had basically Beauvillier knocked off of the third line and Joshua back up there. I think the Suter, Garland, Beauvillier line was too small, quite frankly. So they need some size up there. So now you had Suter between Garland and Joshua, and then Beauvillier gets dropped to the fourth line, and then he replaces Studnicka with Lafferty. Sorry, Beauvillier goes on the fourth line with Lafferty, and Höglander replaces Studnicka. So let's try that again. Höglander comes in for Studnicka on the fourth line. Joshua and Beauvillier swap. So Beauvillier's on the third line. Joshua's on the third line, excuse me. Beauvillier is on the fourth line. And then same 6 guys, Hughes, Hronek, Cole Myers, Soucy, and Friedman. By the way, I love that Hughes Hronek pairing. I think it's so yeah, Eli. Is that what I said? What was I talking about? Oh, yes, the Canucks. I said that on a Clay's Canucks commentary stream. That's embarrassing. I must be slipping, but thank you, Eli. So, and then that means that Noah Juleson was the extra skater on D. Jet Studnicka was the extra forward. So 13 forwards, 7 defensemen, that's 20, 2 goaltenders, Demko and DeSmith, that's 22, and Teddy Bluger, although he's not practicing, he's also not on injured reserve. So that means they don't want to limit. They don't want to be hamstrung as to when they come back. Injury reserves at least a week. Long-term injury reserves at least 24 days. So they can keep. They don't need the cap space right now. So Blueger is your 23rd player, and then Guillaume Brisebois and of course Tucker Pullman are on our injury reserve. So that's what the lines look like today. Just that quick swap, like I said. Studnicka out, Hoglander in, and then Beauvillier and Joshua swap places. We have another donation to acknowledge. Legendary Carol Bovenlander, another 5 memberships, which is amazing. By the way, these memberships, each membership is $5 donation, and it gives someone franchise membership for a month. And this one goes to Eric, goes to Darren, Matthew, Rick, and Bruce. So welcome to a franchise membership, courtesy of Carol. Carol, thank you for your generous donation. As always, let's give Carol some love for sure. And welcome to all of you. Now we have 10 new members of the CCC crew tonight. I think that puts us over 120 members, which is pretty amazing. So Carol is doing her job. Justin did his job on Friday, trying to gift membership. So now it's my job to try and keep you as members. Amazing stuff. Last thing I want to show you guys, and then I'll turn it over to all of you, is it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that we're only 2 weeks into the season, and I'm already scoreboard watching. I know I'm scoreboard watching. I'm interested in how the Canadian teams do because, of course, my colleagues do game over throughout the country, but only Calgary and Edmonton, and I guess Winnipeg by extension, they affect our playoff standing. What I care more about when I scoreboard watch is I care about the Pacific Division. So I love it when Calgary, Edmonton, Seattle, LA, Anaheim, or San Jose lose. I was going to say Vegas, but Vegas has not lost yet. Vegas crazy. They're 6-0, which I'll show you in a second. But right before we get that, I want to also recognize this donation from Lucas. Wowie Zowie, I wonder if this is our year. Anyone who plays the new Mario game will get this reference. I don't, so I have no clue. I don't even know if I said it right, but Lucas, doesn't matter. Thank you for the donation. Let's give Lucas some love in the chat for sure. Let's go to our standings right now. And as you can imagine, when you don't lose a game, you usually atop the standings. So Vegas, 6-0. They're already 6 points up on the Vancouver Canucks. Terry, I usually sit in either 115, 319, 316, or an Encore Lounge. This Friday, I'm sitting in the wheelchair accessible 311. You may have just missed it. On this Friday, I'll be at the game. Second intermission, even though I said it's not a formal meetup. Anyone who's around can meet me. So I guess it's an informal meetup. Second intermission outside of section 311. Second intermission. So Vegas has 12 points in 6 games. The Canucks are outright in second. When I say outright, that means no team with games in hand can catch them because they have 6 points in 5 games. Then we have Vegas with 5 points in 5 games, exactly 500. Calgary lost today. Again, I love it. They only have 5 points in 6 games. Edmonton has 3 and 5. Seattle has 3 and 6. Anaheim has 2 and 5. And San Jose has 1 and 5. Where does that put us among the entire league? Well, thank you for asking. Again, it's early, but the Canucks sit tied for 7th with all these other teams: Vancouver, Ottawa, Rangers, Columbus, Arizona, Toronto, Nashville, Carolina. But yeah, that's really cool to see. No surprise. Some of these teams: Vegas, Boston, Colorado, Dallas wouldn't be a surprise. But I'd say the next teams you're surprised about that are so high right now are Detroit, Philly, Vancouver, and Ottawa. And when you're looking at the division, I know the Pacific Division, a lot of people say it's quite weak. Then you think, well, maybe if everyone's playing well, it's quite strong. But right now, it's pretty weak. Because after the Vancouver Canucks, you only have one other team that's 500, LA. So LA, I expect them to be battling. Calgary is exactly where I thought they'd be, like just under 500. I think Edmonton and Seattle being the surprise. Seattle, they don't score enough. They only have 11 goals in 6 games. So they're certainly not scoring enough. Edmonton really struggling. Of course, didn't help that they lost to us twice. Now McDavid's going to be out for a couple of weeks. And then we expect Anaheim and San Jose to be pretty bad. So I like where the Canucks are right now. And I looked it up. They didn't win their third game last year until November 3rd or November 4th. Is their 11th game of the season. Remember, they lost their first 7, then they won 2, then they lost their 10th game, and then won their 11th. So yes, it took them to get 11 games to get their third win. The Canucks already have that win in their 5th game of the season, which is absolutely awesome. Someone asks, people are asking about memberships, Adam. So I think there might, by the way, for those of you, especially Legends and Hall of Fame members, those of you that, and actually Jarhead and Coach Rob and many other franchise members that have been on for a long time, do you have to upgrade do you have to renew every single month, or is it the kind where it will tell you it will keep you on membership until you say stop? No, everyone who's gifted a membership, you have to renew after the month, because the free membership is only for a month. And remember, membership, I don't decide who gets it. It's the YouTube algorithm that does it. But so Harry says, gifted is for a month. Every time I get an amazing, it's auto renewed. Well, it's auto renewed because someone has been giving it to you, which is cool. It'll tell you to renew it. So Harry says it'll tell you to renew, but Rob says it goes until we cancel. So I'm getting conflicting information there. Harry, if I may, I think you get gifted, right? I'm not sure. I'm not saying, I'm not judging, but I'm not sure if you've bought your own membership yet, Harry. I think yours gets gifted. So yours gets, I believe yours you have to tell it to renew, because then you have to start paying. Whereas I think for the non-gifted ones, I think it goes until you tell it to, but I'll be interested. I'm just curious more than anything, trying to answer Adam's question. All right, let's go. I'll do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'll get to some of your questions. So let's do this really quickly. I'm going to do all these things and recognize some important people. So shout out to my sponsors. My primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, personal training, weight loss. You can check them out at ptform.com. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of that fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link, tinyurl.com/VessiClay, and receive a free pair of socks off your next Vessi purchase. A couple other things I want to tell you about. Don't forget that I am going to Seattle on Friday, November the 24th, and Saturday, November the 25th. There's a bus trip going down to watch the Canucks against the Kraken at Climate Pledge. Crazy P is going. You get a bus ride to and from Seattle from Vancouver. You get ticket to the game that night. You get a one-night stay downtown Seattle. It's all for $650 Canadian. I'm talking to the organizer tomorrow, Neil, and then gonna see how ticket sales are going. But I'm going. Crazy P is going. I know a couple of you bought it from the 12-hour live stream, so hopefully some of you will consider going. I believe it's about a 600 US value, so about 750 Canadian value. But I'm gonna find all that out tomorrow. So if you're interested in learning more about this trip, if you want to go, then go contact Neil Chark. Yeah, I got it right for the first time. Neil Chark. Neil C at uniglobecarefree.ca. Again, that's Neil C at uniglobecarefree.ca. And yes, if you want to come, Angus, I'd love to meet you that day at the game. But yeah, we would love for you to join us, me, Crazy P, and a busload full of Canucks fans. Don't forget, if you're looking for tickets, I actually have some tickets to sell for these upcoming games: Friday against St. Louis, Saturday against the Rangers. Go email me, canuckclay@gmail.com. And then just so you know, shows this week. I announced on Friday, I think I announced it or I mentioned it. Announce makes it sound so formal, but I mentioned that I will not be doing streams on Monday nights anymore. It just becomes a repeat of Canucks After Dark. I talk about the same stuff, and it's a lot on you guys to go for 2 hours. So I will not be doing shows on Monday night anymore. But what I will do is when I'm around this Friday, this Saturday, I can't because I'll be at the games. but when I'm around and I can, I'll try and throw in an additional bonus stream on Friday and Saturday. Also, for all you franchise members, what I will be doing now is I'll be doing 2 member live streams a month now, not just one. So a small little perk. I'll be doing 2 member live streams a month starting in November. So my shows this week, having said all that, tonight, right now, of course, not streaming tomorrow night. I am doing Canucks After Dark with Parker, but I'm not doing CCC. And then Tuesday at 11. Wednesday at 11 is members only because it's the last Wednesday of the month. And then Thursday at 11 will be a regular stream. So everyone can get tonight, Tuesday, and Thursday, and it's only members on Wednesday night. And Angus, no, I do not know what section we are on, what we are in just yet. All right, friends, let's go to Canucks and hockey related questions for about 15 minutes. And then you guys know that I like to get into the games by about the 40-minute mark. So once again, let's go Canucks and hockey related questions and comments. Thoughts on PD so far? Currently is 4th in points with 10. At times not looking too dominant due to Myers. I think Mikheyev being back is what Kuzi needed. Yes. Peter, you did see Kayla at Lucky 9. If that was today, she was working today, and actually their youth group went bowling tonight, which was cool. And I think PD is great. He wasn't 100% at least for the game against Tampa. Still racked up 2 points. Contract year, not surprised at all. Do I think the Preds need to replace or renovate their practice facility, considering Vancouver had to arrive in full gear? Yeah, I saw that. So they're in their full gear and wearing flip-flops. That happens once in a while, not always. I don't know the full story about the practice facility. If that was just a one-off today, I can't see it be like that permanently. They must be doing some sort of renos for sure. Good night, Eli. I want to see the Hoglander back in the lineup. Yes, I think it's going to happen, Terry, because at least the way they practiced today, he was skating on the 4th line and not Jack Studnicka. So yeah, I expect to see Hoglander play on Tuesday night. Thoughts on Clay's performance yesterday? Which Clay? Me? What did I do yesterday? Thoughts on Clay's? Am I missing another Clay? Okay, I thought I was great. I thought I was. Are you talking about game over? I thought I was solid. I thought I kept the show running. I'm being sarcastic. Well, I'm not actually. But if you're actually talking about me, Jaskrin, I don't think you are. But I will say it's interesting. On Game Over, someone left a message that not mine, but our analysis was too light, was too weak, was almost underwhelming. And my answer to that was, it depends on the host. It depends on the guest. It depends on the type of game, the type of vibe we're going for, and it depends on the topics we want to talk about. So then that person clarified and said he prefers watching me with Parker on Canucks After Dark. So I don't know if that was an unwarranted shot at Kaya and or Sam. I thought it was a fun show. It was meant to be light. And it wasn't meant to. Yeah, we were in a good mood because the Canucks won. So, Jasker, I have no clue if you're asking about me. Gonna end this poll very close. Very close. It's basically a split. 52% of you are saying that Sunday marks the end of the week. 47% of you are saying it marks the start of the week. So again, it doesn't add up because of the rounding. So 99%, pretty much a split. I count it as the start of my week. Yeah, I count it as the start of my week. Quite frankly, obviously the end of my work week. Monday's the start of my work week, but I count Sunday as the start of my week. Canucks coming out of the bus with socks and slides was hilarious. Indeed, it looked kind of funny. Yeah, I'm Angus. I know in that division, it's going to be a battle. Like we weren't sure who was going to emerge between Detroit, Buffalo, and Ottawa, but everyone was talking about all 3 of those teams improving so much over the next little bit. So both Detroit and Ottawa have a really good start. Buffalo's a little bit slower. But a little bit surprised for sure. Red Wings are kind of like, they're not very young. They're not very old. They're kind of rebuilding, but they're kind of not. Strange. DeBrincat's obviously being a big factor right there. Why is Myers back on the second pair? Because they like this lefty-righty, and right now he's our second best right shot defenseman. Besser has been great so far, Harry. He's been really, really good. My instincts tell me that Garland will be moved by Christmas time. That's my instinct. Quinn is so good. He played awesome at defensive reliability instead of liability. Indeed. Showing a lot of ability. Will the Canucks trip include a trip to the Kraken facility? I played there tonight. Awesome, man, because I doubt it, but then I'm not organizing the trip. I doubt it, though. Clay, remember when you scored the game-winning goal yesterday? Yeah. I just put my head down, went straight to the net, and put it behind the goaltender. Swapping your Monday live stream to Fridays would draw more audience as people can relax. Raymond, that is a really good point. In fact, I was talking to this about Jason, to Jason Lim of Van City Experts. We went for lunch last week. We try and meet once a week just to chat about life and the channel and things. And yeah, we talked about the fact that does it make sense to do Monday if we're already doing Canucks After Dark? No. Friday, as it wasn't the biggest audience ever, but it was the most generous audience. Carol, Justin, Lucas, a bunch of people were dropping donations left and right. Yes, and I do think we made the point in that stream that Friday seems more like a stream night than Saturday. Saturday, people are going out, they're busy, they're in the middle of their weekend. I get that. Whereas Friday night is more people would stay home on a Friday than they would on a Saturday, I think. And therefore, I agree with you that people like to relax after work. The thing is, though, if I add Friday and I'm still doing Canucks After Dark, now I'm doing 6 nights a week because I'm still doing Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, my own show. Then I'm still streaming technically on Monday because of Canucks After Dark. So I'm not, Raymond, convinced that I'm just going to add a Friday. I think I'm going to do them as one-offs here and there, kind of make it more spontaneous. Just so I'm not doing the whole point of not streaming Friday and Saturday was to protect my weekends a little bit. But I appreciate that sentiment. Thoughts on McKay's play? He was great. Didn't go too crazy. 13 minutes last night. Tocchet said he was going to ease him in, but I thought he looked good and he looked fast for the most part. I thought he was fine. Thoughts on Miller's play? He's been by far the engine for this team. Aggressive forward checking is 8 points. Yeah, he's great. He's been really good under Rick Tocchet dating back to last season. And I think as long as he keeps his emotions in check, he's going to be a huge asset to this team. What's the best scoring third line this team can ice? Well, realistically, obviously you're not saying breakaway about putting PD or Miller on the third line. So realistically, from a scoring perspective, I think it is Suter, Beauvillier, Garland. I really do. Maybe you try Lafferty up there because Lafferty's got a lot of speed because Beauvillier hasn't done a single thing yet. But technically, I think it was last night's lineup of Suter, Garland, Beauvillier. They're not that big, but those are the 3 most skilled guys that are in your bottom 6. Game Over was awesome. Thanks, Jaskrin. Does Parker know he's hosting Game Over Vancouver Tuesday? I will leave that between me and Parker, fangirl, but I'll just say nothing has changed. No, we were kind of joking last night. We have a schedule that we share, and Parker's usually very on top of these things, but I will be talking to him tomorrow. He was away this weekend. DeSmith is crazy good. They do great on After Dark. Yeah, DeSmith is good, and I do think they do great on After Dark. They should make a reward for backup goalies in defense. What do you mean? Oh, an award, you mean? Award. Yeah, I'm not sure how you do that. After the first 5 games, the Canucks start and their division rival woes. How confident are you the Canucks can create more comfort room in the top 3 spot when we have it out? That's a great point. They should be able to create some separation. At the end of the season, Ricky, I'm not convinced that the Canucks are going to be in the top 3, but I am confident that they will be in one of the 2 wildcard spots for sure. For sure. I've heard of a number of hockey trades involving, is that Beauvillier? If you don't know what you did, it was not right. Oh, you're talking about playing for the Canucks? I heard that it'll be a 3-way trade for Garland. Could this be true? If you need a third team to help pick up some of the money, yes. Adam, nice to see you. Missed you around the building, brother. Glad to see you. Are you shocked at how Calgary and Edmonton are performing? I think Oilers would have been better. I'm not shocked at Calgary because I don't like them. I think they're overrated, quite frankly. Edmonton, I'm a little bit shocked for sure. I have not heard a single update on the PD contract talks. What the heck is wrong with Edmonton? Not sure. The goaltending has been great, that's for sure. And I think they should be a lot deeper up front, but they haven't been scoring a lot. Reasonable return for him. Fabro, yeah, I think you're getting a cheaper defenseman, and you may have to retain. I think that's what's going to happen. I would stuff a junior chicken on the blue line over Myers. Why a chicken in particular? Or a raccoon? Okay, so you're into the animals, Travis. I trust you. Who do you think will have a better season for the goalies, DeSmith or Demko? Well, DeSmith's numbers might be better but Demko is our starter. Demko's our starter for sure. Every second game on Fridays do stream. Yeah, Taylor, we'll see. I don't want to lock into, because I know I can't do Friday the 27th October. I know I can't do Friday November the 3rd because of a work event. So already that's like bucking the 1 out of every 2 Fridays. I really think I have to not set a schedule for Friday, Saturday. Just try and decide that day and then just go for it. I'm very confident people will show up, though. I am confident. I'm so glad that Besser comes back stronger after all the problems. It seems that it'll be Besser and Hogs time. That would be nice. Carol, I think we're going to win on Tuesday against Nashville, and I think we're going to end up. I started the season saying we'll finish in 5th, but get a wild card spot. I'm going to say 3rd or 4th now. I'm at least bumping that up, but I just told Ricky maybe not 3rd. I'll say 4th, but a wild card. Suter has been quiet. Yeah, he does. He does a lot of good things, quiet things, but I would like to see a bit more offense from him. Hey, Jay, nice to see you. 116 people in here. Jay saying get the likes up. Saturday is also popular Pacific time for games featuring Canadian teams. Yes, that's true. That's true. Hey, Patrick, will my beautiful eyes provide some? And then it got cut off. Great. Oh, positivity for Myers. He said my beautiful eyes should provide positivity for anyone, hockey player or not. Jennings Trophy is not for backup goalies. Jennings Trophy is actually for combined goals against average. So yes, I hear what you're saying. At least the backup goalie gets, that's his chance to win something for sure. McKay has been great, Tyler. It's only been 1 game. Myers cannot be a second line pairing, but he's the second best right shot defenseman on our team right now. How much do you think it would cost us if we retain salary? See, that's the thing. I don't know if you want to retain salary because he's going to be a UFA at the end of the season already. You should be able to, oh man. If you're going to, they talked about wanting to free up 1 or 2 million when it came to Garland. Does that mean you're retaining 2 or 3 million? I hope not on Garland. How much would it cost for us to, I think if you want to move Myers, you're probably going to have to attach a sweetener. I don't think the Canucks want to do it. I really think they're going to ride it out with Myers. I really do. How's Horvat doing? I know he had a 2-goal game on the weekend. I don't know. And the Islanders are doing fine. They lost their first game on the weekend, but the Islanders have had a good start. I think our chances of beating Nashville are good. It doesn't matter. The road versus home, Sarah, generally as a general rule, you have an advantage, a better chance of winning at home. Okay, friends, 2 or 3 more minutes of questions, then we'll get to our Sunday night games. Reed Travis's chicken comment, as long as its head is still on, it likely runs around out there less than Myers. Yes, obviously a comment, reference to the saying of running around like a chicken with his head cut off. I think Flames got worse since Gaudreau and Tkachuk left. Jonathan Huberdeau still not living up to the contract. Yeah, he had a magnificent fall last year, didn't he? They have to start playing better in front of Demko. This leads to 2020-2021 season when they played way better in front of Demko instead of Holtby. Yep, good point. With OEL's buyout increasing the next few seasons, retaining ground. Great point, Eric. Great point. Yeah, the buyout on OEL this year is basically nothing, which is why they did it. And then it starts to get more of a burden as years go on. Great point. Thoughts on Quinn so far? He looks great. I think the C has motivated him, but even without the C, I think he even mentioned it in an interview with Thomas Drance Athletic. He's tired of getting overlooked. He's tired of the East Coast bias for guys like Fox and Heiskanen and Dahlin, which I've been talking about a lot today. So I think he's being awesome. Saturday is popular for question mark. Are you asking me, Adam, or you want people to fill it in for sure? I think Bedard's been fine. He's been great. What I expected. He hasn't, ripped through the entire league, but hasn't been backing down for how hard they've been playing him. I think Susie has been pretty good, better than Cole. I think he'll score. I think he can get 8 goals this season. Petey's getting buff. Yeah, he always works on his physique over the summer. Yes, indeed. Consecutive games Thursday, Friday. Oh, Jaskrin, you have not asked about this jersey for the past 2 weeks. So the answer is still no. Myers is done end of the year. Huh? Myers is done end of year. Are you high? You talking about me? Well, Adam, what did I say that makes me think that I'm high? Makes you think that I'm high? Myers is done end of year. Yeah, Adam, tell me what you mean. The pics with the Canucks in full gear hanging practice gave me Snow White and Seven Dwarfs vibes. The mine scene with the song "Hey Ho," it's off to work we go. At this point, Hogglander, no, I don't. I think he's on a cheap contract. I think the team has high hopes for him. I do not think that Hogglander will get traded. Would I trade Myers for Solo Sikoa? Simone Spike Bennington? That would be amazing. Backup has to play 25 games minimum for the Jennings. Schneider was put in for the last 2 minutes of 25. I did not know that, Eric. Thank you. I did not know that. Hey, Byrne, what do you think about our new system? Yeah, I like it. You can tell that I know the media makes fun of him, but Tocchet likes structure. He likes system. And I think the Canucks have adapted quite well. Hopefully, Bluger starts skating soon. If I had to guess, I think he returns. Yeah, he's not even skating yet. So maybe in November, early November, not these 27, 28 games, but maybe 31 or 4th or 6th. I think I lie that Vegas and Colorado they're gonna lose in their next 2 games. You just can't go that long. I think it's just law of averages. Tocchet was shocked that Susie scored. OEL definitely better than Myers. I do think PD resigns with us. I want him at 8 years at 11. I think it's gonna be more like 4 or 5 years at 11 and a half. Yeah, how was the concert, Justin? I saw your posts. Do you think Friedman is sort of like Goodbranson, physical and tough, or more like Derek Dorsett? Well, I wouldn't say Dorsett. It's hard to compare a forward to a defenseman. I look at him as a Kyle Burrows type, to be honest with you. We'll go with Tyler Burrows. Last question. How much will the Canucks benefit from the Oilers' bad start at McDavid? Very much so. You have to bury them in the standings as much as you can. Jaskrin says, I think PD will sign for 4 or 5 years. And this will be the last one for sure. I like PDG out-muscling OEL to get to that go-ahead goal. Do you think PDG reminds you of Burrows in terms of work ethic? Yeah, maybe not as much skill, but a bit bigger. I think that's a good way of putting it. And he's like kind of like before Burrows played with the Sedins, he played a lot with Kessler. PDG is like the Burrows to Kessler. He's like the Burrows to JT Miller. That didn't make sense. PDG to Miller is like Burrows was to Kessler. That's what I meant to say. Okay, friends, we're going to move to the games now. 136 of you in here, which is great. That means we should be able to nail these games. Please, please, please. Actually, it feels like we haven't played games in like 3 weeks. I know one Sunday I didn't even stream. I think that was Thanksgiving Sunday. Another Sunday, I can't remember what we did, but is it kind of like me? I mean, do you agree with me that it feels like we haven't played games in a while? So very, very simple, you guys. If you played already, my only ask for these games is don't be a jerk. Don't spoil these games. If you played these games already, don't spoil it for everyone else. That is my only ask. Exactly what Fangirl just said. Please don't spoil the games. Okay, who is this? Oh, I think I already know. That hair, that curly hair. Let me do a guess, you guys. Let me do the first guess tonight. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, bad guess. I'm sorry. I shouldn't guess anymore. So we know this player plays in the Western Conference because all we got right was that he's not a left winger. He's not in the Western Conference, and he's not that he is American. He is American. So Western Conference, American. That does sound like Jack Eichel, says Jaskrin. Oh, wow. See, we're so smart. Actually, Taylor, a lot of you guys said Eichel. I should have said that right away. Ricky said it way up here when I was typing Matthew Tkachuk. Can you guys kind of see why I said Matthew Tkachuk? Sarah said Eichel. Harry said Eichel. Taylor said Eichel. Cole said Eichel. Jaskrin said Eichel. Everyone's saying Eichel. You get an Eichel. I get an Eichel. Everyone gets an Eichel. By the way, you see, I'm so sorry. All the stats reset. So this is actually a really good start. All the stats reset because my email, I don't know if it got hacked or got locked out, but basically for those of you that are technical understands, I had to clear my cookies, clear my cache, not my physical cache, although I work for the church. So sometimes it feels like my cache gets cleared. I had to clear my cookies, and therefore it erased, you know how it erases all your automatic logins and passwords and blah, blah. So I guess it erased all our stats. So that's fine. This is a really, really good start. Look at us. We're amazing. So let's now go to Gordle. Let's go to Gordle. Okay, we already know how to play. How come? Why is it giving me all this? Good for you. How do I play? Oh, like that. I need a 7-letter name. Oh, fangirl. Jumping the gun, but that's fine. Oh my gosh, we almost got skunked. Okay, someone give me a name. So we only got the N. Someone give me a name that has a U and an I in it. We got to get some other letters in here. Toffoli's okay, I'll do Toffoli because it got the I, it's got the L, it's got the T, actually, which we haven't used yet. Oh, we're hurting. So actually, at least we know that the name starts with a T, and it doesn't have an E, an A, an O, or an I in it. So think of a T name, you guys, that has a U in it, because I see no vowels so far, and we know it has an N. Ton. We need. I need. Oh no, it can't be Kachuk Cole because there's no C's. Sorry, there's no A's in the guy's name. Turgeon. Not bad, but not great because we already know it doesn't have O, E, N is not in the N. So I don't mind doing one more to throw away just to get some more letters done. But we've guessed actually all the popular ones: the S, the N, the R, the T, and the L. This is a tough name. Must be some like a. I was gonna say tug nut. You know, I'm gonna do this. Oh, Canuck Clay actually. I can't believe I just referred to myself in the third person. I actually contributed. You guys know. For those of you that have been with me for a long time, you guys know that I rarely contribute, especially during the map game. Because I suck at these games, and more importantly, I want you guys to contribute. But I just had a feeling this one's interesting because we knew that there was no vowels except for U. We knew that it started with a T. We know that there's an N not at the end, and then that doesn't mean you can have more than one T. So yeah, I got it. Of course, the stats got erased. So there we are. So we go from Ordle to Gordle. Now we go to Wordle. Play with a shot, he scores. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Justin says clutch. Thank you. Oh, yeah, let's play. Good. It was a good night to reset our stats. Now I know you guys. David, you're gonna have to refresh your screen. You're like 2 minutes behind us, David. I do like audio. Because it nails 4 of the vowels. So, Ricky, let's go with your audio. And I'm going with you because you are supposed to be paying attention to your best buddy, but you are here with us. Audio. Ooh, we only get the I. And we know it's not in the right place. No, Cole, these aren't hockey players anymore. So you don't guess Demko for a Wordle. You can guess a word though. We need a word, you guys, that has an I in it, but not in the 4th position. We can try an E somewhere. We can try the popular is now T, S, L, and N. But I need a word with an I in there. So candy does not have an I in it. Cloud does not have an I in it. Blink does though. I like it. Okay, so we got another letter thanks to Kaya. We got an N in there, so I'll take the next. Ooh, rinse works. Ooh, Taylor, I like it. Okay, look, guys, look where we are. We now know that the I is here. We now know that the N is somewhere else, and we know there's an E as well. So our word has an I, an N, and an E. Okay, Vipers, thank you for not spoiling it, Viper. If we're absolutely stuck, but Viper, wait until we ask, okay? I trust you. Burn, inward has too many words and letters. Stink. No, it can't be stink. I need a word that has an I in the second position. N-I-T-E. N-I-E. E-I. T-I. Oh, Nice. Oh, it can't be Nice, a boogie. That's a good guess, but it does not end in E. That's the thing. Kites. There's no S. There's no S. Night. Night would work. N-I. No, it's got to have an E in it. It's got to have an E in it. Good try. Good try. Fight. No, it's got to have an E in it. Sight. It's got to have an E in it. Cider. Oh, I need an N. So, okay, you guys, the word has to have an I in the second position and then an N and an E somewhere. Piner. Hey, Lego, nice to see you. Can't be an N in the third position, though. Given. Given could work. I-N-E. Let's try given. I like that, Kaya. Boom! Shakalaka. Look at that. Again, all my stats were erased over the weekend. So there we go. We get given. Ricky comes in with it in a bit too. So does Justin. Thank you, guys. Always nice to have YouTube royalty in here. So Lego Rocks, not sure if you're still in here. Thanks for being here. Keep up the great work. Yeah, it's always awesome to see you in here. All right. Last game. This is my favorite. Your guys' favorite. Big Dub. Wait, Lego, is the Big Dub the Canucks or us right now? Okay, friends, you guys know what I like to do for the map game is I don't take the first random country. By the way, doesn't that look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex ready to eat? Like just the head? It just looks like the head of the dinosaur. Anyway, what country is this? And remember, I take a big dub for all of us. Lego. Love it. Love it. A big dub for all of us. So remember, for this game, I need not consensus. We're not going to get 100 people to agree, but I need at least 2 votes for country. So Germany, Brazil, Uruguay, Brazil, Uruguay, Poland, Germany. Okay, so I see Germany twice. So that's what we're starting with. I don't think it is, but I'm not very smart at this game. And I obviously can't type. Germany. Wait, see, this is how bad I am, you guys. I just said I don't think it's Germany, and then it is Germany. Burned is watching. So Burned, you should be able to ace this, I think. Okay, we have to come up with 9 border countries of Germany. Let's go. 9 border countries. And remember, as soon as I see 2 of the same country, I will put it in there. Yeah, Burned is probably he'll probably be shaking his head with some of our wrong answers. So I see a France. I see Denmark. I see France. Anula lives near there. So I see, okay, so I've seen a couple Frances already. So got to go with France. Yes, that's the only one I knew. So I see Denmark. Oh my gosh. I see Poland, Austria. Hey, Ricky, one at a time. Okay. I saw Poland. See Austria. I think you guys are going to smoke this one. Yes. I see Netherlands and Belgium and Switzerland. So those will be your next 3. Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland. Man, are we going to go 9 for 9? Okay, now what do I see? Spain, Denmark, Spain, Czechia. I've seen 1 Denmark. I've seen a Spain. I've seen 2 Spains. Oh, actually, I knew that one was going to be wrong, but I'm a man of the people. Denmark. This one's got to be right. Yes. Two more. Two more. Two more. I see like I can't even say this. I see this one. You spell it like Liechtenstein. Oh no, that one's wrong too. Maybe the fact that I couldn't say it was the hint. All right, I need two more countries, you guys. Luxembourg, Sweden, Austria. I thought I have Austria. Yeah, Austria's in there already, Anula. Czech, Luxembourg. Okay, I see Poland, two Polands, and I saw a lot of Poland, actually. I forgot to do this one. Oh, I've already guessed it. Luxembourg. Oh, good job. So we only need one more. We need one more. I see a Finland, Iran. I haven't been running in a long time, actually, because of my Achilles tendon. Finland, Poland. I think I guessed Poland already, right? Yeah. We already have Poland, Shannon. Thank you, though. Luxembourg, Hungary, Luxembourg, Czechia. Okay, I've seen Czechia a few times. Is that right? Very good. Well, we got 9 and we only got 2 wrong. I'm impressed. Capital of Germany. Capital of Germany. I think I know this one, but I'll wait for you guys to come. What's the capital? I think Taylor fell asleep on her computer. Okay, we got a Berlin. We got a Frankfurt. We got Berlin. So let's go with Berlin. Yes, very good. German flag. I think we already know it's either down to 2 or 5. Just does it go vertical or horizontal? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one is the flag? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see a lot of 5s. I think it must be horizontal. Very good. Population. Here we go. Use the poll in the chat. Use the poll in the chat. I will give you 30 seconds to vote. What, my friends, is the population of Germany? Is it 2 to 10 million? A. Is it B, 10 to 20 million? Is it C, 20 to 75 million, which Canada would be in? Or is it D, 75 plus? Remember, don't type your answer in. Well, you can do whatever you want, but it won't count. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. And then we will go from there. You have 15 seconds to vote in the poll. Seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poll results are in, and 47% of you are saying D. So that's what we're going to guess. Oh, yeah, 83 million. Finally, what is the currency of Germany? Again, use the poll function, please. I'm typing it up right now. So you have 30 seconds to vote. Is it the dinar? Is it the shilling, like Kurt Schilling? Is it the real? Or is it the euro? Is it the dinar, the shilling, the real, or the euro? You can type it, like I said, but I prefer it if you vote in the poll. I'm only giving this 10 seconds because it looks like everyone is going to get it right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ending the poll, and 82% of you are saying D, and we got that right as well. Germany. Officially, the Federal Republic of Germany is a country in the western region of Central Europe. It is the second most populous country in Europe after Russia and the most populous member state of the European Union. Germany is situated between the Baltic and North Seas to the north and the Alps to the south. Its 16 constituent states are bordered by Denmark to the north, Poland and the Czech Republic to the east, Austria and Switzerland to the south, and France, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands to the west. The nation's capital and most populous city is Berlin, and its main financial center is Frankfurt. The largest urban area is the Ruhr. Wow, a perfect read too. I think that's the first time I've done it without stuttering, or maybe I did butcher a couple of names. Excellent job, guys. We smoked it today. And we had a great stream today. So thank you everyone for being here. As I wrap up, a couple of reminders. Don't forget that we are going to Seattle. So if you want to get in on this trip to Seattle, November 24th, Friday, to see the Canucks play the Kraken, bus ride, ticket to the game, and one night stay downtown Seattle for $650 Canadian dollars. Write to Neil C at uniglobecarefree.ca. If you're looking for Canucks tickets to any games, go to email me at canuckclay@gmail.com. And don't forget my shows this week. Canucks After Dark tomorrow, no CCC. Then Tuesday at 11, Wednesday at 11 is members only, and Thursday at 11, back to everyone. I want to thank everyone that was, let's go in order. I better do this in order. I want to thank the moderators for keeping this a safe space. I want to thank all the members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang, and to Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. Thanks to all of you for your support, and to all of you who watched this, who subscribed, who liked the video today, and who became members. Thanks to you as well. Shannon's asking, where did I get the light? Yeah, I bought it from Amazon, and I only found out on Friday that it was voice activated, which was pretty cool. Yeah, maybe we'll voice activate it for the last part of the stream. Check. Oh no, I think I pressed it too much. There, voice activated. Pretty cool. Voice activated. I don't know why I have to say voice activated. Here we go. So thanks everyone for being here. I want to thank everyone that went out of their way to do a bit more tonight. Lucas with a donation, Carol gifting 5 memberships, Lucas with another donation, Zach using his membership message, Terry for donating, Carol for gifting another 5 memberships, make that 10, and then Lucas with another late donation. Thanks to all of you for going above and beyond and supporting me in that way as well. By the way, do you guys like maybe I should always do should I always do like the voice activated for the last part of the stream? Just kind of make it my shtick. It just means turning around and pressing a button. It's kind of cool, right? Or is it annoying? Do you guys like that? Tell me if you guys like the voice activated, or do you like the solid color? Maybe I just do it for the very end of the stream. Anyways, that's not important. What's important is that you guys were here, and how much I appreciate you, and how much I never, ever take you for granted. So on your way out, you can subscribe. It's funny how it gets brighter the more exciting. On your way out, you can subscribe. You can like the video. You can leave a donation. You can gift a membership. You can upgrade your membership. You become a member as well. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And don't forget to visit our sponsors, Advanced City Experts Real Estate, and Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. Tomorrow night, me and Parker, Canucks After Dark at 10. I don't have a CCC. Then I'll be back on Tuesday night with my own show. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. What do you say to your sister when she is crying? Hey, are you having a crisis? A crisis? God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.